In this thought for the week, I want to think about the era of independence. Enjoy. You know, I don't care, in one sense, what denomination you come from or what background you find yourself in. One of the things I've noticed as I've gone round to Anglican churches and Methodist churches and independent churches and to Baptist churches and to a whole plethora of different varieties of church, is that whatever we believe in our heads and in our hearts about the principle of togetherness and the principle of interdependence, what we tend to focus on when we're in extremis is the independency of the local church, the right it has to self-determine where it's going and what it's doing. And in many respects in this video, I'm not knocking that, I'm not looking to actually undermine that as a principle. What I'm looking to do is question it. Is that right? Because it strikes me that if you're a church of 200 plus, then you can sort of cope with independence, because actually you've got enough resources, you've got enough people to sort of do whatever you want to do. The problem comes when you're smaller, when you're a church of 10 or 20 or 30 or maybe even 50. Then you haven't got the resources, you haven't got the manpower, you haven't got the money to be able to do anything in one sense. And in that situation, is independency the right way to go? Or do we need to be more interdependent? Do we need to recognise the need for collaboration? Do we need to partner with one another? And I suppose the other question that I want to ask is independence and the way that we've formed it actually even biblical? Is that the way that God works? It seems to me that when he chose to inspire the scriptures, when he actually chose to get people to write the New Testament, what he had in mind was something so much bigger than a local church sat on a street corner, cosseted away in its building. And I know that's a caricature, but so often that tends to be true. That tends to be the way that things work. What he looked at and what he spoke into was a church that was geographically located, a church that was seeking to reach a city or a region, a church that was actually reaching the different stratas of society. And so the question I've got for you today is, how much have you lashed yourself to what I consider so often the era of independence? And how willing are you to actually begin to collaborate, even though it may not seem at the first hand to be in your best interests? I ask the question, is it actually God's will and plan and purpose for us as church in the 21st century? Is it what God is asking us to do in terms of the way we are as church? Should we show a togetherness and a unity that speaks of the Trinity, speaks of the presence of God, speaks of his love and his grace and his favour? So that's my thought for the week. Hope you find it helpful. If you have, then why not press that like button or share it with others, and you might consider following us. We produce videos like this all the time. Thanks for watching.